We're live.
We are live. Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to your chapter up. We are here and we are live. It's your girls, Montique, Joy, Callie. Let's play this intro and then we're going to get into it. All right, ladies? Hello, everyone. We are live. Welcome to Chatter Up.
Let's be clear.
Y'all
Literally caught.
That's a Karen move, honey. But she did it. Nobody said anything about that. That was appalling.
Kenya was not a video vixen.
Okay.
Kenya was a scholar.
All right, all right. I love Joyce. Okay.
Okay.
I love
Oh
that.
no. And I'm so known for saying, let's be clear.
Yes, honey, you are.
Let's be clear.
Let's be
Honey.
clear.
I say it's this right here, though. Let's be crystal
Crystal
clear.
clear.
All right, so what are we going to talk about first, ladies? Y'all want to talk about the craziness of New York?
You know what? I didn't really think New York. I for the life of me, this is my first time watching New York. I just didn't think I would find it interesting, to be perfectly honest. Although I found, um, New Jersey very interesting. It was something about the women of New York that kind of, I hate to even say out loud really what I was thinking, but they look like some old drunks. That's what
They are.
yeah. And
I
it
told
was
you. Remember when I was describing them, I said, if we did that on the shows, us people, we would be like, why are they on here? Why are they drunk all the time? Why they fall in the bushes? But New York has survived by drinking and sleeping with any
and
and
don't
everybody.
none of them have a man.
Not one
None of
of
them
them.
have a boyfriend, let
Like
alone a husband.
a husband. So I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I don't know why people like New York. I did love New York when Bethany was on there, but then
Right.
Dorinda left and I stopped watching.
Was
But
And
it
Heather's on there this season. Heather is
yeah, I
normally,
liked Heather.
but I don't know why
which
But
she's
one
not.
is Heather? Oh, the one that's visiting. Okay.
yeah, she's
Yes.
busy. She was a full time for about 2 or 3 seasons, Callie. And
Yeah,
she
she
was
got
really
on a
good. She
bunch of
was
shitty. So
yeah,
she's
she
been
was like
Why
Chelsea.
didn't she survive? Was she cut out or did she leave?
I think
She
she
got
left.
into
She was
it with
getting
somebody and
sued.
didn't like the
She
fact
has
that
her
they were
yummy
arguing.
tummy thing. She has her yummy
Yeah,
tummy, and she was getting sued by Spanx, something like that, and she
I got
left.
you.
She had a lot going on
It
at the
was
time.
best for her to
Insurance
leave. I
stuff.
got you.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Mhm.
mean, she was liked by people. Like, yeah, I don't think she was
Yeah.
forced to
Yeah.
leave. But okay, so I'm gonna just show a little bit of what Ebony did. Okay, so before the show aired, Ebony, who is the newest cast member, she's the only minority cast member, a black woman. She went live before the show aired, saying, "I'm gonna take a break. I'm not gonna watch the next two because they're very tough for me." She said she had already watched them 4 or 5 times, and she
Mhm.
just knew that people were going to be on her social media saying things, and she wanted to help with her mental health. So here's some of that.
Hey everybody, what's up? Coming on live, which y'all know I don't do very often, just to let you know a couple things. Okay, the first, of course, I need y'all, as always, Tuesday night, tonight, check out Bravo TV, only 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, new episode of Roni, Real Housewives of New York. Excited. I'm on live and I'm just coming to you.
I should have zoomed it a little bit. But anyway, so she went live and said all that. Did you all watch what happened?
I did.
Or okay. So what are your thoughts about what happened? I'm sure we all gonna think differently because we're so different. So go first, Joy. Go.
Me? Why I go first?
Right.
Um, Okay, she wasn't wrong with what she said. First of all, let's be clear: education is education.
Yes.
You either have it or you don't. It don't make you smarter than the next person. It doesn't make you more rounded or any of those things. But let's be clear. If she holds a Juris Doctorate, then she does have more education than everybody there. Doesn't take
Right.
away from anybody's LPN or any other thing that they did. But, there is facts that just can't be, but generally speaking, you shouldn't throw it up in people's face. But I do agree with white fragility. That
Right.
does exist. And the mere fact that we watched a woman go away screaming and she wasn't
Thank
called
you.
angry, and there was another white woman screaming, crying, screaming backwards and forward, and she wasn't called angry. But as soon as Ebony gets into the conversation, of course, she's now angry. And it's
Right.
very similar to what we saw with Basketball Wives. And while with Basketball Wives, we can claim that, well, these are all black people. She's just darker. They didn't have anything to do with it. It's something that we tend to do when you're trying to silence someone.
Right.
And I
I
say
agree.
we because I think we've all been guilty of it. I know even as an educator, I've had to check things with girls because there's always some little girl in the back of my head that is unfortunately the boys don't find as attractive. That's always picking on girls that tend to be more attractive. So, as an educator, I've had to check myself about here it is, the little girl that may have features that are not considered as pretty, picking on this girl. And me,
Oh.
so when I talk to them, I have to be very careful with the things that I say. And I haven't always been aware of that. That's why I was so disappointed with Shawnee, because it's life. There are things that happen to us that make us respond the way that we do, even as adults. It doesn't make you a bad person. But
Right.
white people, just like, have to be reminded of these buzzwords, of these phrases that they tend to use, articulate, you're angry, certain things that they use that tend to be offensive, that on its
Mm-hmm.
face may not sound like it, but they are. And what's always crazy is no matter what Ebony would have said, they were going to come to the rescue of everybody else because she was going to be the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
it
agree.
wasn't for her to leave.
Yeah, I agree. What about you, Callie? What do you think?
I think she said everything that there is to say about it. It's just a weird time now with this show as well as with Beverly Hills and a lot of other shows we don't watch. I'm sure it's happening everywhere. We're at a point where other people are on the major defensive with anything they say when there is a person of color in the room with them, in their surroundings, in their
Right.
circle of influence or outside. Anything that is said now is going to make someone jump to the defense in ways that it hasn't before, George Floyd. So
I agree.
it's a
Yeah.
And
crazy
instead
time.
of us trying to understand or listen, we're on a defense because we can
Yes.
hop from one show to another where it's happening with the Chinese lady and the white lady
Yes.
Yeah.
on
Beverly
Beverly
Hills.
Hills.
Yeah, we gonna talk about that too. So with go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
No, I was just saying it's a very similar situation.
It is. Within it all, I feel like, cause see, Lou, she when she first came on, she was I'm a countess. I'm married to a count. Well, he ended up dumping her for a lady who's Ethiopian, and so
What?
yes. So I really feel like that's part of it too.
Joy.
And then after she got divorced, she started changing. She became Lou, this person who sleeps with everybody, who gets drunk. She beat up a police officer and went to jail
Yeah.
with a DUI. Yes, Joy.
Said she was
This
going
That
is
was
the
on
woman.
the show? Or
Huh?
they just talked
No.
about it?
This
Okay.
happened. This happened.
Well,
She
not on the
went
show.
to She went to rehab during the show, everything. That's why she doesn't drink a lot with them, because she has a problem. So this is a woman who has done all these things, but still, and I think we still wants to call this other lady saying that she's trash and she's not this and she's not that. But what made me kind of upset with Lou was because to me, it seemed like because Ebony said that she had more education than her, she was like, how dare this black woman
was offended
in my house, say that she's more educated than me.
Because see, I wouldn't have even taken offense to that, because I would have been like, while that may be true, that don't make sense to me.
And that would have been
the first thing that came to my mind.
Mm-hmm. And then Ebony was like, I'm not saying. Go ahead.
She's educated because she's traveled the world.
She's traveled the world.
What I didn't hear her say is, does she have a real education, or is she just going by her life?
She has an LPN.
She's an LPN. I heard her say that. She even tried to coddle that. Ebony even came back.
Ebony said that.
Away from you. That I mean, I couldn't. I don't know if I can get through LPN school. That's
right. Ebony told her that. She said, "I'm not saying that you're not educated. She said, I just have more education. I'm not saying you're not smart. I'm just saying that I have more education, and I say the words that you're saying educated people don't say." And what's another thing about it is these women claim they go to Catholic school. Nothing against Catholic school. They sleep with everybody. They have slept with the same men.
Yeah. Okay. This is the case where it was this one guy that must have been community.
Harry. Yes, he was a community piece.
Some guy.
So I'm sitting here and I'm like, you can't hear them talk about it, but you gonna live that life. You about that life. So it's just like I think it was just the fact that this black woman said, I have more education than you. Yeah. And it just made her lose her mind. Yeah. Now I don't, and Luann has went blackface as Anna Ross on the show, and she has also worn Native American garb on the show. She has dressed as a Native American.
This is literally my first time watching these shows. I traditionally, I'll be honest, I try not to watch any TV series that do not have black people on it. I just
don't. And since New Jersey has Black Dolores, they make it.
No. I watched it even before Dolores. I started watching the first season. And I only watched it because I heard that they were having a Black Housewives, which was Atlanta. And the day, it was like the weekend before. It could have even been like the Friday or Saturday before. Atlanta premiered on a Sunday. And I had turned on Bravo, and they had Jersey on, and they were having a marathon. And I was like, doing laundry or something, and it was good, and that's the only reason why I watched New Jersey.
So that's why they made it.
Yeah, I watched New Jersey, but it wasn't. I traditionally, when I say I don't even watch TV shows, if you don't have no black people on it, I ain't watching it. Friends snuck up on me.
Yeah, I never watched Friends because they never had any black people.
I've never watched one episode of Friends. Never.
Really? It's and I didn't watch it until it was probably in like it was toward the end. It was like its 7th season or something. And my mother was like obsessed with that show. And I had gotten married, and I used to come to St. Louis because I lived in Illinois. So I used to drive to St. Louis on Thursdays to hang out with her, but she had to be at home for 7 o'clock to watch Friends. So
you got in.
So I would sit there and watch it with her. And that's how I started watching Friends.
But do you remember when was it? Oh God, Aisha, I believe is her name.
Yeah, she joined it as a best friend.
Joined it. I want to say that was like its 9th season. It wasn't the last season, but it was toward the very end.
Yeah, no, I didn't watch it, but I knew she was joining.
She did.
The same conversation, like what's happening now with the women of color joining the Housewives. Do you know?
Well, Gabrielle Union was on there first.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, Ross dated her, I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah, Gabrielle Union was on there first because that was probably maybe the season before that. Maybe that was 7 or 8. I can't remember what, but it was. I know she was on there because I watched that particular. I can't even remember what the situation was, but she was only on there maybe a couple of episodes.
Okay. So you think that? Do you think, because a lot of people are saying that Bravo is having just these, trying to be diversified, but having one is not enough, clearly. Even though Sonya, I was shocked with Sonya because Sonya was like, that's not what she said. Like she was really the only one.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like, no, that's not what she's saying. That's not what she's saying. She's not. The girl doesn't sound angry to me. She's just talking to you.
Right.
So I don't.
I love it when she said, "Roll that tape back," and they actually roll it back in real time.
Yeah,
I love that. Mm-hmm.
but I wonder how, because when in Ebony's video though, she was like, I don't want you all to cancel anybody. She said we are trying to learn each other, and we are women trying to grow together. We're new as friends, so let's just see if we can make it happen. Let's see if she'll learn something. So maybe Lou will learn something from. I hate that we have to teach him, but maybe she will learn from this.
That's what we've seen a couple comments about that on the page about the black girl having to be the teacher to everybody else.
I think that's
I hate that we're kind of going through that.
Yeah,
a little bit of it is good, but for the most part, we shouldn't have to teach. None of this should just now be happening. It is, and now it's like everybody's walking on pins and needles, and to make sure they get through it without getting canceled for saying something that somebody else doesn't agree with.
Well,
it's a really uncomfortable time.
And see, this is why I say this is the difference between, say, Basketball Wives and hopefully how they. I'm gonna see how they handle this, and this is why, to me, Basketball Wives should be canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if you're working it out and seeing it through and listening, we don't have to walk away from this table agreeing on every point for point, but we can walk, because there are things. The reality is I only know life through my lens. It's just like white people could honestly say, it's just like well, we'll talk there, but
we about to go there.
Yeah, but when you're dealing, white people have a different lens. It doesn't make them bad people. But when they're so defensive, as if this is their way, this is how they know, and this is it, it's on both ends. They could, if they actually had a counterpoint, and a lot of times they don't, because their counterpoint, which is an unfortunate situation, is usually something racist.
Yes.
That's really the sad part, because you could be poor and white and understand from a different perspective than you could to have been wealthy or rich and white and coming to. It's just different.
It's different. And it's different like regionally too, like Southern, Eastern. I mean, we all have differences that we have to learn of each other, no matter what color we are. And if we can come out of it saying, oh, well, that's how she grew up. I can understand your feelings. You can understand my feelings. We can coexist. That's how life should be. We should not all be the same. I said, if everybody was the same, life would be boring. We all do need to be boring.
How many people have Luann put out of her house? Because that was easy to come out of her mouth. For two people to got into a disagreement that wasn't even that deep.
Right.
It wasn't, because she tried to coddle it and to help her, in a sense, almost gaslight her.
Yeah, she did. I was so happy that because I'm gonna tell you something. You was right. Ebony's use, and Megan, I watched The View talked about it a little bit, and Megan was saying I worked with Ebony on Fox. Ebony is the person who probably could run for office. She's so smart, and she feels like she is the perfect person to be able to talk to them, because not many people can in the way that Ebony can. And you are right, because she came from Fox. She knows how to talk to these people, because when she said angry, the fact that she just still sit there and was like, like she didn't react. She didn't. I mean, she just kept talking. She didn't get loud. That right there messed Lou up, because she was trying to make her elevate and become more aggressive and more aggressive. Ebony didn't fall for it. So I feel like she did a great job at that. But I hate that
she left. I ain't finna sit up there and beg to be in your house. She probably didn't want to be there no way. Say no more. In the words of one of my favorite old students, he just graduated this year. And he had a list. You would tell him something. He say, "Say no more." Say no more.
Say no more. Say no more. I'm out the door. Say no more.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So since we talked about Beverly Hills, the Sutton versus Crystal, and what is going on with them? Like, okay, I'm sitting here and I'm gonna tell y'all, Kathy, I love Lisa Vanderpump, and Kathy Hilton kind of reminds me of Lisa Vanderpump with that silly humor that just kind of makes you like, is she crazy? But
she's funny. She's actually
I loved it. I love it. And that's how Lisa Vanderpump was. She was funny like that. But what is going on with Sutton? Is she mad because she wasn't part of the joke, the prank?
the only
What
thing
was
I
it
do
before that?
agree with Sutton about that nobody really wants to talk about, she was truthful for about one thing.
Ooh,
White people that come out of the South, especially one with a thick, uh-oh, with a thick accent,
uh-huh.
always have to prove that they're not racist.
Is
She's right
that
about that.
so?
Not in a way that you may not think, but if I meet somebody from the South, you have to, I'm not going to trust you immediately. I'm just not.
Oh,
You're going to have to show me
Hmm.
that you're different.
yeah, I got
Okay.
you.
It's an unfortunate truth. I grew up, my formative years were in Alabama. I lived in Birmingham.
Oh,
I went to finish grade school, middle school, and half of high school. Then I came back and went to college in Alabama. I
so
love it there for a lot of reasons, but I always, in the back of my mind, felt like white people were racist. You have to show me that you
Wow.
were.
you have to. I remember once I went to this little town in the South, and they all had all these Confederate flags up. They were everywhere, and I was coming from a girl who grew up, and we were kind of like a melting pot where I live, and I didn't feel like anybody discriminated against me, and maybe I was just young and not understanding. I was in college though, and I visited one of my friends' hometown, and I was afraid, like literally thinking
Wow.
these people were going to like hang me from a tree. But unbeknownst to me, they waved at me and they talked to me and they had these hats on with this flag on it. And I mean, I'm not saying I wasn't terrified, but we have this fear when we see certain things that, oh, they don't like me because of the way I look. And so I can see where you're coming from. But I don't think Sutton, I mean, she's been on the show for a season. I didn't watch it, but people should kind of know her by now, at least what she tried to portray.
And I
And if
think
she, her
people
and Garcelle are good friends. So, and I mean, you can have black friends and still be racist, but it's for her to be this sensitive. It's kind of weird to me.
I think she is very sensitive about how she's being portrayed. And
Yeah,
it's kind of
She has
like
a lot to do with
the
that.
thing
She
you're
has a lot
trying to
to do with
avoid
how
the
she's being
most,
portrayed.
they're highlighting it.
uh-huh.
And I think that's what's happening with her because she doesn't want to be the butt of a joke, but she kind of placed herself in a situation where she's the butt of the joke.
She
And
Yes.
it
did.
wasn't meant for her to be. It wasn't
Mm-mm.
in a situation that involved her for real at all. She
Yeah.
could have
She
rolled
was.
with punches.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Asian lady, what's her name?
Crystal. I was gonna put let's be crystal clear up for that, but I
Yeah,
did.
and I think Crystal not really understanding her is gonna fall right in there because if I'm looking at the previews right, she's talking to her friend. This week is going to be pretty explosive. It's going to be
Uh-huh.
why they don't like each other, and it's kind of silly because it's really a misunderstanding because
It
they
is.
probably sat down there and explained it to Sutton, and Sutton was like, "Well, let me go in here and be goofy, be myself," and the girl was naked and she was probably being intrusive and it just went too far.
It went to the left, to the left.
It went
Yeah.
to the left. And
I
it
don't know
wasn't,
what to make of her. I don't know what to make of her because
she's
when
insecure. I think she's
Crystal
not secure in her position.
at
Who
all,
Sutton?
when
Well, you know
Crystal
she wasn't
said,
supposed to get a diamond. She got her diamond later. And
Yeah.
that could be another thing. Like she was not going to be a diamond holder.
Yeah.
Like the Atlanta has the peaches, they're the
Yeah.
diamonds.
I got you.
And so it could be that. Yeah.
Yeah. She's not secure in her position. And she wasn't expecting, this to come up. And she sure doesn't. And I know it's an unwelcome situation for her because nobody from the South wants to be portrayed living in New York as racist. Because
That's right.
while New York is a pretty
That's Beverly
liberal
Hills.
state,
She done
They're-
Beverly Hills.
they're fake liberals. I
Well,
call
But
it.
no, they're in
Monkey,
Beverly
you
Hills,
made a
Joy.
comment
I mean
earlier,
Beverly
Monkey,
Hills.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh,
about
We
well.
how
said
she was black.
California's a little bit different. They got conservatives out there. They
Can
got
you
Reagan,
do.
hear me?
Reagan,
I
Democrats.
can now. Talk again, Callie.
Can you hear me, Joy?
I can
Yeah,
now.
I can. Mhm.
Um, I just lost my train of thought because I didn't think you guys could hear me.
Don't
So
you
You
hate?
said
you mentioned earlier, Montique, that you thought everybody liked her last season, and you was kind of surprised that she's kind of doing what she's doing now.
Uh-huh.
I didn't like her last season because
oh, you didn't.
her very first time that she was on the show, she kind of went at Dorit hard. Or no,
Oh, I
not
don't
Dorit.
like
It
her.
was the lady that's not on there this season. She just had the
Denise,
baby.
Oh,
Teddy.
the
Oh, I didn't like
rock star's daughter.
Yes,
Teddy. Yeah,
yes.
Said
yeah.
she wasn't
That's part of
interested.
why people like her because people didn't like
Yeah,
Teddy.
because
Which
she said
no,
she
no, no. It's
wasn't
not
interested.
Patty. John
Not
Sugar Mellencamp's daughter. What's her name?
That's what I'm
Teddy.
talking
Her
about.
name
That's
is
what I'm
Teddy.
Teddy.
Her
Okay,
name
I
is
thought you were
Teddy.
saying Patty. Yeah.
Oh
So
no,
she
Teddy.
she was really hard on Teddy when she first came on, really
Yeah, she
hard.
was.
And then when it came back up again, somebody said something to her, and she started crying to Sutton, and Sutton started crying. So to me, I saw someone who was overly the top mean turn into
Mm-hmm.
this little prim and proper, how dare you speak to me kind of girl,
Oh,
and
That's
it
what
threw
she
me
did.
off. So I was no
That's what
longer
she
a
did to
fan of
Crystal
Teddy.
too. She
that's
Yeah,
started
literally
crying.
what she did.
when
And
she
that's
said
that's
that to
really a perfect
Crystal.
example of white fragility, though.
Yeah, and I want to tell you, like
Yeah.
on the View, because y'all need to. I wish I would have that clip. But Anna, I think she's a conservative. She's Hispanic. She said
He is
there's
that Hispanic lady. Mhm.
yeah, she said that the only people who can be on TV, have a mental breakdown, crying, yelling, and screaming are white women. If we
That's
did that,
That's
we would be
true.
kicked off the show.
She's so right on that.
And,
She's
Yeah.
and she, and, yes, and the Bachelor
right.
girl was on there, the only black bachelorette. She
Mhm.
said that her season she was deemed angry because the guy told her something about your life will be mediocre without me, and she said, "No, I'm living my best life right now." And she said that after they went to commercial, the producer said, You seem like you're angry. You seem like you're mad."
That was the host.
The host said
The
that to her.
host. That's the
Is that
reason.
why he's no longer the
Yeah,
host?
That's
I was
why
gonna
he's not
say
there.
that's one of the reasons why he's no longer
Oh,
there. It was the
yeah,
host.
she talked about that. I didn't know it because I don't watch that. So she said
I
yes.
don't
You
either,
are
but I
telling the truth.
tried to watch it the year that she was on it.
Uh-huh.
But once I realized that shit girl wasn't gonna pick no white guy, and it wasn't gonna be a black guy ever on there that was gonna pick a white black girl,
Yeah.
I could never get through even halfway through a season. I really watch it because Saturday Night Live makes fun of it.
Yeah, so you can see what that I don't watch Saturday Night Live. But so I don't so when Anna said that, I felt like she was looking at Megan. Because Megan McCain will have
Mhm.
a total mental health
Oh
breakdown
my
crying.
She
God.
will.
And
Oh
she
my
gets to keep her job. And Anna was
God.
saying, let one of us do this, Megan. She didn't say it to Megan, but I felt like she was saying it to Megan.
So
We
I
would be
wonder,
gone.
and I know we're not talking about the View, but they are giving Megan millions of chances to get it right.
Yeah.
And personally, I love her on the show. I really, really do. But she's done some things that you would expect her to not still be on the show 3 or 4 years later. Yet she's
Yeah.
still there. Whoopi would have been gone a long time ago. If
Oh,
Whoopi
yeah.
was
Whoopi
on
would have
the
been
show.
gone. All of them would have been gone. Yeah.
So
Sonny
why
would
the
have been
difference?
gone.
Why the
Yeah.
difference? I don't know.
I don't know, but I felt like she was
I've
good.
seen Whoopi get crunk now.
But she
I've
don't
seen
have a
her.
mental breakdown,
She
though.
She
She'd be
has.
like,
I can't wait to sit there in person again. I watch The View
oh, wow.
every day, but I
Yes.
can't get with this quarantine.
Me
Everybody in
either,
their
Joy.
own
Me
space.
either. Me either. I had to
I
stop
I
can't.
can't
for a
watch.
I
minute.
just
I
can't.
catch
So I
everything
watch
late.
the first 10 minutes and I don't even watch it consistently. If it's somebody on, I tape it every day. But
Yeah.
unless it's somebody on there that I want to see, I'm not watching it. Not like I used to. The
Yeah.
chemistry
It's
is
hard to
off.
watch.
Let me
It's hard
find
to
this
watch
thing
it
about
now.
her. So
But
another
Joy,
thing I want to
I
ask
do
y'all
follow back
about
up
was,
just
do
with
you
Joy.
think
Wait a minute.
do
What
you
you say,
think
Callie?
I follow back up with the View every now and then to see how Joy is doing. Joy is the reason that I'm
Oh,
still.
I love Joy. Joy ain't she
Joy
Yeah.
a
Behar? Yeah, I like her.
Joy
Is
is a
she?
whole mess. That's my
Yes.
girl.
She is everything.
Yeah, she is.
But okay, so let's get back to this so we can stay on
Okay,
topic,
sorry.
y'all. When Crystal asked Sutton, do you see color? Do you think people actually don't see color?
That's
Oh, I
a
hate when
Can
they
you
say
not
that they
see
every time.
don't
color?
see
Look, let me
color.
say this. Can I say this? This is a service announcement to white people. If you like, Don't ever tell a black person that. Keep that crap to yourself. It is
Right.
so offensive on so many levels because
Any person of color,
the
the Asian lady,
Crystal
tell her
was
that.
clear.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crystal was truthful. If you're saying you don't see color, you don't see me.
You
Now,
don't see me. Yeah.
respectfully, I think in the 90s they were right about that. That was something that was said, and we kind of, as teenagers, was like, oh, okay, cool. Well, we're adults, and the reality is you do see color. You may not care what color a person is, but to say that you don't see color, that means you don't see me because I am a person of color.
I'm a person of color, yeah.
Now, I mean, I don't care if you white, I don't care if you Hispanic or whatever your ethnicity.
Your color is, right.
Yeah, but I mean, that's fine.
Right,
but you see color
Yeah.
unless you colorblind.
Did you think it was weird because we're watching it in like back time, but it was during the presidential race between Trump and Biden, and they all felt like Trump should lose. I thought that was really.
I was surprised to hear that, but everybody didn't talk. So let me just.
The ones who spoke up. Just say
everybody didn't talk. But because even Lisa Rana was probably the most boisterous.
Yeah,
she said that she was on there twice and she doesn't know this guy.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think everybody has said that. Nene has said that. A lot of people have said, but the reality is they had limited time with him.
Right.
The little time that they filmed those scenes, that was probably it. He wasn't a part of the, he gave them the assignment and he ended it. But
he had people who mentored him.
Wasn't there.
When they mentored them, and then they came back in front of him and showed them what they did.
Hardly none of those projects. I don't even think any of the projects were ever completed. All of those. No, it ain't no probably. I know the first one wasn't. The ones that he had in Florida, those condos, that ended up in a lawsuit. Huh?
Really?
Yeah, like none of them. I don't think. Maybe one project was completed, and I think that one was out of the country. But I know that the Florida ones weren't because people sued him from those timeshares in Florida. That was something that was supposed to happen. I know that the first project that was supposed to be done wasn't done. And I know that when that black guy won Randall in Atlanta, his project wasn't done. Those projects were not completed, and that's why they started going to celebrity.
Oh, I can see why. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and last thing, I love this little tidbit of tea. So y'all know Bezos is in negotiation to buy something. I can't remember what it is. Peacock or something.
Really?
Whatever it is that he's in the middle of purchasing. It's also purchasing the rights and distribution and all the tapes to The Apprentice.
What?
The rumor is he will buy it because he will also get all the outtakes. And the outtakes are supposed to include a whole can of worms for Trump. And allegedly,
we can no longer find The Apprentice on TV or on YouTube or on Netflix or Hulu. I can't find it anywhere. And I don't know. It had something to do with the Jeff Bezos possibly being in negotiations to purchase it.
Yeah, he's in I can't remember what company. It's some umbrella. And whatever
Universal probably.
One of the downlines is he will own The Apprentice.
Wow.
And I saw that on TikTok. I was cracking up.
I didn't know
if it was real, and it was.
Whoa. All right. So let's go to, did we do everything? Oh, the martini prank. I thought that was very fun.
I thought it was fun.
I was like, I love this because at first I'm like, okay, Dorita's my girl, even though she's a hot mess at times. How was she doing that? But when I realized it was water, I was like, see, this is what housewives is supposed to do.
Martini straight vodka? Is that what?
Yes, straight.
I didn't know.
Liquor. I can't drink that kind of stuff. Okay, so we got to get
a deal for me that Sutton was losing her mind.
She lost her damn mind.
I
That
couldn't
was
even
great.
understand
But that's
that.
why I said she sounds immature. Insecure. She
She's
sounds
insecure.
like somebody that you talking about me.
Why did
Yeah.
I not in the joke? Okay, so we about to talk
I'm
about your girl,
sorry.
Callie. You ready?
What?
There once was a housewife,
Jayne, a Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
who married a hustler.
Tom Girardi was LA Law. So powerful.
They were just blowing money left and right. But then
The Real Housewives star accused with her husband of staging a fake divorce.
Thomas Girardi accused of embezzlement. People love a good scandal.
The biggest question is, did she know?
The housewife and the hustler.
Woo! Are we watching?
No, she did not know.
Are we watching?
Oh,
You don't think she knew?
didn't know. She didn't know. And can I just tell you guys, I was watching Aaron Brockovich last night specifically because of Tom. Maybe they need some couple extra coins. I love that movie.
He was supposed to be. Who was he supposed to be in there? That
He was the rich attorney. He was the rich attorney that came in and helped Aaron Brockovich and the her attorney guy win the case against the utility company. He came in with the dollars and won them $340 million. And this is a true story. So I just watched that yesterday.
well, I knew it was a true story, but I didn't know. Yeah,
I didn't know he was the
To
attorney.
me, he was rich and rolling in the dough before Erica Jayne came around. Why is it so hard to believe she did not know anything about it? He was doing.
I don't think that I've traditionally, usually when you're big time and famous, and your wife is famous on her own merit and that now making her own money, making her own moves, and she has her own career. I doubt seriously. She's probably another Teresa.
Yeah.
You probably signs her. You trust your husband or your accountant and you sign your tax returns. You're not looking at his everyday whatever. He may tell you, man, I'm on this big such and such a case. And she'd be like, oh, really? And that you having dinner and you talk casually about things.
About what's
I
going
just
on. Yeah.
don't think just like she would do about her job. Oh, I might get cast in such and such a play or, you know, I just don't think they talk that heavy. Like,
So you don't think she knew? So you agree?
No.
Okay.
I don't know if she knew or not.
I
but
don't know if she knew or not, but I don't think it's it wouldn't be surprising if she didn't, because big time men who make a whole lot of money is not coming home telling them about her wins or loses.
So why do you think people are coming down on her so hard, wanting her to give up her money and stop flaunting her leather outfit? That
I think the issue is it's because of how she filed for divorce.
Yes, that's the issue.
That's the issue, because it smells of a situation of I'm finna separate from you and take half your money so we can have something.
Yes.
Because that's the issue. Had it been a situation where she stuck with him or something, I wouldn't believe it at all. I just absolutely wouldn't believe she would have anything to do with it. Or if, now he's having an affair and the timing was just bad.
The timing was up. That's what I'm saying. And what makes it so crazy is on the show, she was talking about me and Tom have dinner every night. That's why Tom loves. She said this last episode, that's why Tom loves me. He lets me be myself. And then 2 weeks later, you file for divorce. You cannot flaunt your wealth and all this and say he loves me, loves me, loves me. And then 2 weeks later, say we're getting a divorce because
of course you can. You can. And that same thing Fallon and Portia and Simon are doing. You can. If you
not in a lawsuit. I'm talking about with a lawsuit, Callie.
Well,
with a lawsuit.
And she claims that he was having an affair. Even if she had been shocked about the affair, to file so quickly was almost like, let me rid myself of this food.
Yeah, why stick around? Why wouldn't you want to rid yourself of it?
Because she wanted to say, and that's the judges didn't fall for it. The law did not fall for it.
That's crazy to me.
She's going to have to give up half of her because she was trying to hide that money.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
She was trying to hide it, and I'm not mad at her. We're not saying she's wrong for that. We're just saying it's what happened. The nieces
Well,
are
we
going.
are saying she's wrong for it, though. They don't want her to have nothing. They're automatically assuming this chick is guilty. She knew what her husband was doing. I don't think she did. But
Oh, let me read this.
crucifying her
She
before anything
knew.
else happens.
She was
She
being
knew, and she's been
by that
cheating
old
on that man. Well, you know they can't walk. I mean, they say that she was cheating on him with her Dancing with the Stars partner. I can't remember his name. I don't know if that's true or
He
not.
was
I
with
really
somebody different every season of the Dancing with the Stars, so I wouldn't even take those rumors.
Yeah.
seriously.
So I don't know, but I just think that if she should have just went about it. If you're on TV and you know, in the case she knew about it, she should have just been a little more careful on what she was saying, because they're going to
Even
use
though
all
she
that
needed to be
against her.
careful. I don't think she knew she needed to be careful. She knew she was hooking up with a rich man. Rich, filthy. She was a waitress, if you think about it. When they met, she was a waitress. She wasn't out there performing on stage and trying to get on Hollywood.
They say she was performing on a stripper stage. I don't know how true that was, but I ain't mad at her about that either. Go ahead, Erica.
Well, you know, hey.
I'm like all for it. Dollar make you holler. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just hate that people are, everybody right now, the people that he didn't pay, they're all suffering. I get it. So
yeah,
I guess for me, it's really easy to see that Erica's suffering too. She doesn't need to be a part of his drama like that. I don't care how long they were married.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for her, but I think that Erica will survive. I think that she came from a life, like you said, where she was just a waitress. She had a son very early. He's a police officer. She can make it on her own, regardless of what.
I think it's a big adjustment considering she's
it's gonna be different. Her makeup is so different already. You can tell she ain't got that glam squad anymore. But
you know what?
Her confessional did look different with that G.I. Joe looking 1980 suit she had pulled from the closet.
Oh well.
Well, someone said because Callie they were married, that means they are one. Do you agree with
that? Does not mean they are one. We all know that's not true. So we're not even going to.
How is that not true, Callie? Explain. Somebody
California.
They're not one when it comes to that. The reason they're not one when it comes to because she didn't know about it either. She didn't. She came from where she came from. It would seem to me that if in nothing else, that this would be the easiest thing in the world to see. It's different than Phaedra and Apollo. A lot of people like to say that Phaedra knew. I believe Phaedra too. So let me back that one up.
I don't know if I thought Phaedra would know or not. Y'all see the picture of Apollo at some little house that he fixing up.
Yeah, we got it. I can show it if y'all need me to. I can download it. Yeah.
I don't necessarily. I think you're getting confused with whether or not she knew and whether or not, because I don't know if she knew.
Yeah,
I have to assume that she didn't.
I just don't agree with it.
But I don't think the way that she's moving as if she knew. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying that she did or she didn't, because it would not be surprising to me if she didn't, because he don't seem like most very rich elite men don't come home to their young wife to compress. I don't even see her as the type that even would find it interesting anyway. That's all I'm saying. But I think she's moving in such a way that saying, okay, now he's having an affair, so let me just divorce him. She's moving in such a way that makes it seem like she knew and she's trying to save some of his things.
And it's sad that people see it that way. To me, it's really sad that people see it that way.
Because it's really having his back, even like this. It's not a betrayal of him. It's trying to hold on to something of his.
Yeah, if that's what you believe. But no, what I'm saying is, if she really had just found out about that affair, she really had just found out about the fraudulent behavior, she really just found out about that, what am I going to sit around for? Where's my divorce attorney? Why is everybody shocked that she would quickly file?
So if he wasn't in this, okay, Callie, so you really believe that this man is rich? And if he was still rich and she found out that he was cheating on her, she was going to divorce him and leave all them riches. You really honestly think that? If you think that, then okay.
She's homely looking. The girl who they claim he was cheating with is homely looking.
And she's a
You
joke.
see her?
She was making a lot.
I saw her. We don't even know if he really cheated with her. That was just her excuse. And now, okay, so then on the show, when Denise was on there, I had this clip where she was saying, "You need to get with Tom. He's so smart. He did. Now he got dementia and can't do a case. They are doing everything they can to make sure that this man.
It's
Just
just
the way they moving. Like you can't have dinner with
You're right.
you can't have dinner with somebody every night and not realize they're going through dementia and that they're going through. You just can't. You can't be. I'm sorry.
You can't have it both ways.
Look, somebody said Teresa went down with her husband and she didn't know. So Erica is no different.
And she's
not.
Extremely different.
And it's no doubt, it's no way y'all gonna convince me that Teresa knew what she decided.
You know Teresa.
It ain't nothing.
We wouldn't probably know. And we're smart and educated. And I feel like Teresa's smart. She may say some silly things, but
you trust her husband. And
you trust them. That's right. You do.
Okay, y'all.
Taxes. You know that man ain't about no TurboTax.
No.
His own taxes. He went to an accountant.
So, you just can't. It happens. And I know that we want to see the good in Erica. I mean,
I do, but there's a big difference. Teresa went furniture shopping, $100,000 cash out of her jean pocket.
And Erica had a $40,000 day glam squad. I mean, she showed it on the show. Like, come on now. I don't care how rich your husband is. To just say that every episode, I got $40,000. I got $40,000. I mean, what you is going to come back to haunt you.
And those are really perfect examples because they really did use that stuff against Teresa and them. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you all remember when the IRS had came down on them. They had already filmed a season when this stuff was really taking place. It was in the middle. And they said that the IRS was watching her like a hawk.
Yep.
And they had actually petitioned to get some of their uncut stuff. Like they
were in on it.
The same thing was happening with Apollo. You have to remember the FBI found out about Apollo's stuff because of Cynthia. On
Watch What Happens Live. Yep.
Because of Cynthia.
Yeah.
Because they knew about Candy somehow, but didn't know about Cynthia.
Yeah. So
she outed herself.
Yep. You've got to watch
her to blame it on Phaedra.
Yeah.
I'm just glad Phaedra didn't go down for that stuff.
I'm surprised Phaedra didn't go down either.
Well, I think you can be. Apollo seems like he moves in such a way because, first of all, he is obviously a man that's good with his hands. I can remember him saying that walking through her house. Remember that last day?
What my man went somewhere else, Joe. I'm sorry. He a man good with his hands. My man went somewhere else.
No, what I meant is he a man that can build.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, because when he was walking through the house his last day, he was talking about what he did. I did this. I should take this.
I do remember that.
And there is a picture of him. That picture of him that's out. He's out building somebody else's.
Yeah.
Apollo is a man. He is a man with his hands. He's a man that he may not be a visionary, but he's a person that can get it done. And he just does it probably in a way that's just not legal. He doesn't have he's a guy that would have done good if he had really married somebody wealthy and he knew how to do things legally.
Yeah. They could have built something together.
He would be a phenomenal guy. He probably wouldn't have spent 2, bouts in prison.
I agree with that. They could have been flipping houses, building things.
That's him. That's really him. And he's a guy that could probably get it done. Like that would have been his niche for real. He could have made a lot. And back then, houses was nothing. Today, it's $10,000 for a piece of lumber. So he can't
for this little,
Okay.
So they could have been, I agree. So, but I mean, we gonna pray for Erica. I don't want her to get kicked off the show. I don't, you know how these people like, she needs to go. I don't want any of that, but I don't think that she should keep what she should not have gotten. If those people who
see it play out.
Huh? What do you mean she should not have gotten. She should.
That money was not theirs. I'm sorry, it belonged to somebody else, Callie.
How much does he owe out?
Okay.
I can't even remember. It was a lot.
Was it
wasn't
more
their
than what
money.
he actually has, or that he just?
He's about to have to go through it. They're taking their assets now. They have to sell their house.
You know what? It's unfair for a lot. Look, whoever in the world is listening, of course those people deserve to be paid. Of course. If he robbed them like that, it's a crime, put him in jail. Erica shouldn't go down for that if she had nothing to do with that.
What do you mean?
She had $40,000 a month, etc. She thought she was spending money that she had. She didn't.
But she don't anymore.
Well, I mean,
she
can walk away from her salary from a housewife.
Well, I never said that. I'm saying that she does not deserve. If she purchased stuff with the money that was not theirs, she should not keep the stuff.
Was not theirs. She was spending.
They have separated it. It's in the lawsuit. They are. That's what they're doing now. They're going through and picking out what's not theirs. And lawyers are not going to take something that's not right. I mean, they're not going to risk their job to help Erica out. You just cannot. I'm not going to risk my livelihood to help this lady out because Erica ain't going to help you. If you ever get in trouble and do something wrong, she ain't going to help you. So we can't help her. I'm just saying, just like these people with these PPP loans taking money, they going to jail. Erica needs to get in trouble too. We can't, just because she on TV, make her seem like she's better than us. She's not. She's not better than anybody else. She needs to lose the stuff that's not hers.
Better than anybody else.
Then why do you think she shouldn't have to give back stuff that does not belong to her?
Well, if she didn't know that the money being spent was
ignorance is not an excuse for the law. It's just because that is ignorance. You can go out here and park on the street and there's not a sign that says you can't, but in the code it says that you cannot. They can put a parking ticket on your car. Just because you was ignorant of the fact does not mean you don't have to pay that ticket. It is not an excuse, and she does not have an excuse.
Just fix it, Jesus. Okay.
It's big facts. I'm just telling you. I went to law school for a little while. I didn't finish, and I want to go back, but I'm just gonna let you know that's how it is. So anyway, what we doing next, y'all?
Father, Lord God,
Jesus, take the wheel. Poor Erica. You know, you just let Erica move in with you, and she gonna be all right. So do y'all want to talk about?
She ain't trying to live with me, because look, my daughter will spend that $40 a month on Roblox.
Okay, honey, that's $4,000 a month. But I mean, like, I feel like this: if somebody helped her spend that money, they need to help her pay it back. Okay, whoever, them little people, they need to help her. Erica.
He's not going to be able to, so she's going to go through this all by herself.
Oh, we go help her. So what y'all think about this? Is it Naomi Osaka? I don't watch tennis.
Hockey or something.
Yeah, she didn't want to do this right here, y'all. I don't understand. So she was in the French Open. She's she's like one of the highest paid French tennis players there is in women's tennis. And she did not want to do
number one.
Yeah, she did not want to do interviews because of her mental health. She let it be known. She said it gives me anxiety and I just want to have peace. And so they fined her $15,000. So I think she was fine with that, but they told her that if she did not do it, they was going to continue to fine her. So in order to not be like the topic of everything and not to just have to mess with her mental health, she dropped out.
I'm not mad at her.
I'm not mad. What do y'all think about that, though?
I think she did what she needed to do. And for the people that are saying, why didn't her people just pull out, or why didn't her people say this or say that, or why didn't she ask for more help? I think what people don't always understand unless they've been in that position, when you are depressed and you have bad anxiety like that, it's because of your depression and your bad anxiety that you're not able to do what everybody thinks is so easy for them to get up and do. If you are really struggling with that stuff, maybe that's why I didn't do that other thing you say would have been the best thing to do. She, I think, has really stepped up and done what she should have done to help herself and hopefully other people in this situation. In sports, these people are getting murdered on a regular basis with words and things like that. If you don't win this, if you don't this, and you don't that, blah, blah. She did the right thing for her, and hopefully other people will follow and understand what she is going through or why she had to make that decision. And it shouldn't have anything to do with somebody else.
I so agree. I mean, I was telling Callie in one of the chats, I dated a guy in high school who was like the star basketball player, and even then, and he's not even pro. they
Yeah.
would go through mental things, and they had counselors that they had to talk to because it can be very stressful, especially if you don't win or somebody says something about you. So just think on the broader scale of what they have to go through. These people, we do not own them. Just because they're on TV and you watch them does not mean that you own them.
Right.
And I
Absolutely.
feel like I remember somebody said that sports is like the modern day slave trade. They feel like they can move you around and transfer you to different teams and and they own you. You do not own these people. And so I'm very happy that she got out, but I wonder if they lost money because I feel like she was a big draw for people to come watch. I don't really do tennis. I don't really watch tennis, but
Yeah, there was probably some money lost. There probably was some money lost, but people should not. Look, I was a cheerleader. I didn't try to play sports, although I did try to run track just to get in the year. But that was a whole other thing. But that stuff is stressful. You should not have to risk your entire life, your mental stability, just so somebody else can get a paycheck if I win this game.
Right.
No, it's just.
I agree. Denise missed our Lou. We talked about Luann and Ebony earlier, but we did feel like that she was being gaslit, and she was gaslighting her, microaggression, trying to make her look like the angry black woman. So we'll do a replay so you can watch what we said, but I'm sure you'll probably agree with how we feel because me and you normally agree in the groups, Denise. When we
don't. So I don't know.
Yeah, you and Denise might not agree. But I think me and her normally on the same page about a few things. So what about this Jen Shaw mess with this GoFund messy is what I call it.
They said her cousin put it up there, but she took it down. They took it down quickly.
Yeah, they took it down.
I thank God because I'm sitting here and I'm like, I don't know if what happened is true, but you cannot be scamming old people and then start a GoFundMe. I'm happy they took it down. I was trying to look to see if she was raised any money, and she had raised a lot. So do you have to give that money back if you take it down? How does that work?
I think they paid people back that donated.
They gave you the money? Okay, because she did. People were giving her money, which.
How much did she raise? Do you know?
I can't remember.
I think it only got to $2,500.
I thought that she had an anonymous $5,000 donor. Was that not her? That might have been somebody else.
I don't know.
But all right, so y'all, are we gonna get into this?
What?
Okay, so what are y'all thinking about the Fallon thing? So I'm gonna play two things. We're gonna watch. This is Fallon.
Fans were speculating that you may have been cheating on Simon.
Simon doesn't get caught unless Simon wants to be caught.
He convinced you to join a show, and now he's engaged to another one of the cast members.
God, the balls on him.
You had this woman in your home. She met your family. She swam in your pool. Do you resent that?
I meant what I said when I took my vows. It hurts. It hurts like hell. I love hard. I love really hard.
It's coming out and later this week, I think June 10th. Okay, here's Portia's response.
I think there's been so much disrespect, so much hatred towards me. She needs to just be honest with herself. She needs to take a good hard look in the mirror. Watching her cry, I thought I saw something that was a sensitive side in her, that was real possibly. But now I know that I'm not dealing with someone who is operating in reality. I'm dealing with someone who is just performing.
I love really.
Okay, so.
I had not heard that before.
I got it today, y'all. I got it today. Oh my goodness. Okay.
What?
Are we gonna watch?
I'm probably gonna watch.
Say she's crazy.
Oh, let me tweet that. Somebody said I don't think we can judge so much yet because that is all edited. We can see the that's true. We don't know because that got me on New Jersey when I was pissed at Teresa, and I had to apologize to Teresa because the editing made me think that she was doing something she didn't do. So
I didn't start.
That's right.
Up my little Candace napkins.
Did you fold up your? Fold up my tissue for old Fallon. So, what do y'all think about it? Are you going to watch it first of all?
Oh yeah.
I think it's June 10th.
This is the guy that went after Candace.
Yes.
I don't know if you all know, like
I do. Crazy.
Season,
Yes,
on Potomac on the season before last.
Yeah.
I don't like him. I ain't gonna say I'm not gonna give him my time, but I'll probably listen to it or bits of it.
Yes.
It's not long, but I don't think that if this girl really is pregnant and turns out to be pregnant by this guy, because let's be clear, Simon responded.
Got it. I'm putting it up. Hold on. Go ahead.
Simon responded and basically said that this is a woman that's still living in the house that he paid for. She was supposed to be out by the 28th of last month.
Yeah.
She hasn't left, by the way. And she's allegedly been having an affair with this guy named Jaylen Banks. You can go see him
Jaylen.
on Instagram.
We talked about him before everybody else. Do you remember? We showed pictures of him and said that he was like her best friend and he would go on trips with them and nobody listened to us. And now
there are pictures of all three of them together now. And there's even a picture of him. He probably didn't scrub Simon off his page because there's actually a picture of him on a private thing that I would not doubt is his.
Is this one that they on now? The PJ that Portia and her mama them on?
I don't know, but it had like white or cream seats. That's
that's it. Mm-hmm.
That it was him, but no pictures and it looked like an arm that could be signed. I don't know if it was. But if you look through his pictures on. And I also noticed on Instagram, this me being nosy and bored. Do y'all remember Kristen from Basketball Wives?
Yeah.
She might know him because she said happy birthday to him. His birthday was recent. Yeah. And I was wondering, is he related to somebody in the industry? You know, I don't know, but I sure saw that. Kristen, I was like, when you are friends with somebody or you follow somebody on Instagram, their comment stands out.
Yeah, because I'm like, look who said something. Yeah.
And so that's how I saw that. I was like, whoa.
So is she performing? Has Kenya prepared her? Why are you blaming that on Kenya, girl?
Who is Kenya performing? Well, I mean, all I know is I hope they filming right now. If they not,
they better be filming. I don't think so because so this picture right here.
Jersey is already filmed. They're
already filming, but Portia, she could be filming with him. But y'all look at this face tune, body tune. This is the same weekend.
That's an old picture though.
No, that he just posted that for his birthday picture. You think it's old that he posted? Because he just posted this. I got this both the same. Back to back.
He posted that.
You see his arm. He just posted that. That's him.
He posted from. I wonder is that old though?
How his face get better and his body get that better. Look, that's a whole new face. That's that face tune thing that Melody Hope uses it a lot too. She does. It's okay.
You mean the filter?
Yes, it's a filter that makes your face slimmer.
I don't know, but I know I did notice because I've seen him look like that. But there's a
video. I didn't download it. Yeah. I got it. It's just now. He just did a video. I meant to post it. I can get it real quick. Hold on, y'all.
But the pictures that Portia, when he's with Portia, he looks good. That's all I can
he looks good. But when he's not himself, it's a video of him with Portia, with him looking like that in them same shorts. I'll get it in a minute for y'all. But so that's what he really looks like. And I'm like,
Go ahead.
All right, hold on. Let me pull it up so y'all can. It's in my,
I mean, I did notice that because remember one day we were talking, they were like, he's not really attractive, and I said,
we was like,
there was a picture of him and Portia. Her hair short, and he's like behind her. I was like, y'all tripping. He's a nice looking guy.
Now, Portia has made a comment about any of this. Why would she?
Here we go. I'm about to send it, y'all.
Okay.
It's got to download and chatter up chat first, and then I have to.
Because I mean, he looked like a nice looking guy.
I just want y'all to see it. Portia's in this video with him, so that's how y'all gonna know it's new. Okay, it just downloaded. Hold on, let me go into our chat.
Cause
y'all know I'm a mess. I be looking. Okay, it just downloaded. Okay, let's go here. Well, my video.
Look at Portia. She cracks me up.
Who, Portia? So what do y'all think about her though, and what she said about that Fallon? Is it Fallon? She's not living in reality.
If she's really pregnant, no, she not.
Right. You think she's pregnant?
If she was, or if she was not just pregnant, if she was having an affair, but this is the reality. Unless you're trying to say that he was with her in January, and I know it's kind of rumors that on a inaugural day he was, which was in January. Yeah. And you kind of get the impression that they're trying to say that Simon convinced her to go on this show.
Yes, that's what she said in the thing, which it could have been edited like somebody said. But here's the thing.
You really do. Who's this rapping courtesy of you?
Oh, thank you. I didn't have scissors,
so double rap. You do.
What was you saying, Joy? You was on mute.
Oh, yeah. He don't look like he got a gut because he's sitting down.
But but he don't look like, look at his face.
I always like to open it.
You really do.
Send that song over here. Look. What is that?
I need that filter. Like, Melody uses it. Melody, go look at her chin. It does something to your chin. That's really pretty. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
Give me this filter because I need to use that.
Go look.
Yeah, show me that. I wonder what filter it is.
Yes. Look, somebody look. There is a difference, and I was just like, "Why?" But I mean, I guess we all want to look better in our pictures, but she needs to teach him how to do it too. Like, you can't have two different. I don't know, but I mean, if she loves him, I'm fine with it. It's fine. But yeah, she's face tuning him. He look good in the. I mean, he's not ugly anyway. But in the face too, he looked real, real good. But yeah, we gotta find that filter. If anybody knows what filter that is, can you tell us? Look, somebody said, "Well, Portia do be making him look good."
Yeah,
I will say this: you can be with one woman and not look good, and be with another. There are women that bring out the very best of you to be able to say, "Baby, don't do that." Don't worry.
A lot of people are saying that he looked bad with Portia.
Either they bring out the very best in you, or they just bring out the very best Photoshop app.
It's the very best.
That's all right. Yeah. I'll take that.
It is.
We'll take the Photoshop joy.
Yeah, I'll take that.
To hear that Portia commented about her, though. It is what it is. They're getting married in 3 weddings and all that. That's fine. But I don't know. I would have liked to hear nothing from her as it relates to Fallon's health, her mental stability. That was not necessarily the nicest thing to do. Maybe just zip it. I like them both, but it doesn't look good either way.
Well, if she is really I think Portia may or may not have way more information than we do. If there is undisputable fact for her that she cheated, and 2 that she's actually pregnant, she is delusional. If you're trying to milk this 15 minutes of fame, and something is wrong with you mentally. If you're
look, who said you can't get pregnant by someone else and still want your husband? Who said that, Joy?
You ain't right.
Common sense said it.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering. I know. Confusion, Play-Doh, like who said it? I was trying to figure out.
Somebody else get pregnant and I still want my husband. Girl.
It happens.
You so silly.
We bad. Okay, so I think I want to watch though, but I did that man. Chris Bassett even said something about it. He was like, this man was horrible to my wife. I wish Fallon, I'm not saying nothing against her, but she should have went to someone else. Like, he's just not
you don't want to give bad people credibility.
Yeah, you just don't. And I agree with that. They were hard on Candace. A lot of people were, and I didn't think it was fair. But did you hear about what happened on All About the P? Somebody quit on air. I don't watch it. I don't listen.
All about
I don't know. So,
The tea.
yeah, you know, Mark So-called All About the P. But
I don't know.
Yeah, somebody quit.
Oh shoot.
I don't know what happened. So I guess they can't be like us and have disputes and then remain friends.
I'm sorry. Before we move on to that, so the Up and Adam guy, they're saying that his husband or spouse or whatever is now coming at Chris Bassett because saying that he's homophobic and everything because Chris Bassett made the comment that he doesn't like Up and Adam. Have y'all seen that?
No, I hadn't heard that.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, I got
if this
Cheryl's World video.
That's not homophobic. That's protecting your wife. Like, you mistreated my wife. I don't care if you like men, women, whatever. Yeah.
So he's calling him out for being homophobic, and I thought, wow, that's where that come from. His comment made nothing about being homophobic at all, but that's definitely what he said.
That's what he said. Well, okay. So Fallon's interview is June 10th. Erica's Housewife and Hustler will be on Hulu June 14th. So maybe we'll talk about those next week.
I'm gonna get.
I really want to see what they're gonna say about Erica because they really couldn't get.
I can't watch that. I cannot watch them tear.
You gotta watch it, Kelly.
Down.
Oh Lord, I want you. You know what? I'm gonna tell you this. I'm happy you gotta be my friend because you're gonna stick with me through thick and thin. You are going to defend me to the death, and I want that. I love it about you. So
Yeah,
that's
her husband now has dementia. He has dementia. He
didn't have it 2 weeks ago when they was eating dinner and loving each other, but he got it tonight.
All this is Erica Jayne. It's not right.
It's not right. It's not right. Somebody said that we let me put this comment up because I agree that we set the bar. We're not gonna argue and fuss and fight, not be friends anymore. That is right. We say our truth, and that's why I like us because we all feel different about stuff, and we're not gonna agree, and it's okay.
Guess who's in Vegas?
Who is that?
In Vegas.
Who is that?
Martell and Marceau.
No, what they doing? Find out. Read.
I ain't heard nothing. Somebody just who was in this group that bumped into him in the airport in Vegas. So maybe they're filming.
They must be filming. Somebody said, add this to you, Kelly. It's funny to me after the show that canceled. I guess it's a Chicago show that Erica had. All the money troubles happened because of COVID. Yeah, I mean, that's what happens, you know. I really wish that she could go back to Chicago. Supposedly she was really good at it. Okay, let's talk about this.
So my announcement today is that I am no longer going to do Basketball Wives. I think that it's time for me to open up the universe to other things. It's been a hard decision because I could do it with my eyes closed. Yeah. But at the same time, it like we just spoke earlier, it's so difficult and it takes so much energy and it's not the most positive energy. And I want to open up. I want to open it up to the universe to allow other things to flow in. And sometimes you have to say, all right, I got to walk away from this.
You got to close that door.
Yeah, I have to close the door. So I've been feeling conflicted for the last couple of.
So what do y'all think about her leaving?
Thank God.
Basketball.
I didn't even think they were coming back anyway. I didn't think, why are they coming back? But yes,
they're bringing back some old people. Of course, Jackie, Malaysia, Jennifer, those two twins, the new girls, Nia and Nora.
They coming back.
Mm-hmm. But
OG said that she might not be.
They're also bringing back Brandy. If you all remember, Brandy is the one that calls Shiny a B.
Yes, I like her.
They're bringing back British. I don't know. I remember British. I know her. She's from St. Louis.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was married to. I don't even know if they were married, but I know she was married to. With this guy, and they had been together since high school because he went to Vashon.
I don't think.
He went to a high school I used to teach at.
Did he play basketball?
Mm-hmm. I can't even remember his name, but he would pop up. But you could literally go to the mall on a given summer day and see them walking around. They were real cool. And one day the first time I bumped into them at the mall was so funny because I was like, I don't know if I used to teach you. I swear I'm not flirting with you, but I know you. He started laughing. And he started laughing. I said, no, I'm serious. I know you from somewhere. I said, what school did you go to? And I said, oh, I teach there. And then he said, when do you teach there? And I said, no, I didn't teach there then. Girl, it wasn't until I saw British that I realized, oh, Lord, it's your basketball.
No way.
It was so funny. And he just kept laughing and laughing and laughing. I was like, I know you from somewhere. But yeah, the second time I saw them at the mall, it was literally and I don't even go to the mall. And that's what's so funny. I promise you. I'd have probably been to the mall. I don't like the mall. I like stores. I'll go to the stores, but I don't like going to the mall. The second time I saw them,
British was always ready to get hyped for no reason. British was always ready to get hyped for no reason. She just like to attack people.
Yeah, I hate
that.
She didn't like the
she'll make the show good though.
Malaysia didn't say hi, how you doing, roll out the red carpet.
Yeah.
British was upset at the way Malaysia
Hello,
did.
everyone.
Kind of got a feeling that they quit. They kind of quit.
So what do you think that they'll be good for the show though, or no?
Brandy will be good for the show. I love Brandy. Who's leaving? What's Evelyn? Evelyn,
and OG, of course.
OG's leaving.
And OG.
There's no reason to watch it now. If OG is not coming back and Evelyn's not coming back, Brandy.
And they said that Shawnee was gonna have a very limited role.
Well,
good.
Of course, she doesn't have her girls with her now.
Yeah, and I said that's what's so jacked up is that Shawnee made the situation, because if you want to have a real conversation, Shawnee is the reason why Evelyn and Tammy used to go at it so bad, because both of them were vying for her friendship. And when Evelyn left because she was too good for the show, Tammy became her bestie and her pit bull. And as soon as Evelyn came back, then it swayed. And if Tammy
dropped her, didn't she? She dropped her, basically.
Dropped her. And if Tammy's being honest, it bothered her. If she could be honest and say, I thought we were real friends. And she as soon as Evelyn came back, it wasn't mid-season.
She was honest enough to say that she realized that none of them are her friends.
Yeah.
She eventually say that.
Yeah.
Who said that? Evelyn?
Tammy.
Tammy.
Tammy said that, yeah.
It's the truth. I mean, none of them were her friends. Tammy protected Evelyn. Can y'all hear that?
Mm-hmm.
They were only cool maybe one season.
Who was?
Tammy and Evelyn. It was maybe one season.
Okay. Yeah, they were just cool one season. And I can't even remember why. Was it when they all came to LA from Florida?
No.
Because I can't remember why.
The first season that Evelyn and Jennifer got into it, that was probably the last season that Tammy and Evelyn were cool.
And you were saying something about Tammy saying something about Jennifer dated somebody. Who was that now? What is that about, Callie?
Oh, Jennifer allegedly
was the side chick for Michael Jordan, allegedly.
No, Jennifer said that Shaq O'Neal dated Evelyn.
What?
Oh, you're talking about that, yeah.
One of the fights, but yeah, what you said was true too. So it's a lot that has been said.
What in the world?
I might be a little naive. I just don't think Jennifer is lying when Jennifer says she didn't bring the stuff up. I think Tammy did it. But Shawnee chose to go at Jennifer. I think Jennifer was just an easy pick for them because they know she's not hood rat and go run somebody over.
Yeah, she's not about that life.
No, I think that when Jennifer was ticked off, that she ran off at the mouth. Just like she finally admitted the things that she said, because this is also the same year that she claimed I didn't really say that stuff about Evelyn's daughter. I think that when Jennifer
she didn't admit she said anything.
she apologized to her. What did she apologize to her for?
All she said, well, it's as if she was just trying to, okay, do we need to fight? Okay, I may have said some things. She never said what she said. And
no, she didn't say what she said. But you think that Malaysia was lying? You think Malaysia was lying? Because Malaysia's the one that said it.
No, I'm not.
Malaysia's the one that said. I just saw that clip. I'm not saying that Tammy didn't say it, but when it was between the two, Malaysia's the one when they were in somewhere, they were out of the country, and Jennifer said it. I agree with you, Joy. Right? Malaysia's the one that said. So you didn't say that she was dirty, that girl been taking care of her for such and such years. That's the reason why Malaysia threw the chair. Remember, that was a table, honey.
Yeah.
Right.
Did Malaysia say Jennifer told her that?
Yes, that's what it was about.
No,
yes, it was.
I remember Malaysia saying that this is what Jennifer said, but did she say it to Malaysia?
Yes.
I don't think that's what it was.
That's why would she argue with her and not Tammy then? That doesn't even make sense. She was saying Jennifer, no, Malaysia didn't want to be in it because the argument she felt was between Tammy and her, Tammy and Jennifer. But when she said it, Tammy said Jennifer was right there. I mean, Malaysia was right there. And so she didn't want to say nothing. And then she said that's when what's her name? When Evelyn confronted her, I think they were in Amsterdam. When Jennifer, because she was looking for marijuana.
Somebody was supposed to come. Was it Jennifer? And then they came.
Yeah, Jennifer was not supposed to come.
Yeah. They when Evelyn confronted her, Tammy wasn't there. Remember, Tammy didn't go on that trip.
Yeah, she didn't go.
Oh, Tammy wasn't there. So Tammy, they were just talking about what she said, but then it was mentioned what Malaysia was right there. I'm not lying. And Malaysia was like, I don't want to be involved with this. But then when Evelyn confronted her in front of Malaysia, and she said, did you say such and such? Because they said Malaysia was there. And she said, that's a lie. So she said, I'm not a liar. You absolutely said it. And you said such and such, such and such, such and such, and such and such. And that's when Malaysia got so upset that she moved or I guess it was a table. I thought it was a chair, but he was probably right. It was a table. And popped off.
Yeah.
I think that Jennifer is the type. She's a sweet girl, but she is malicious. Now, I will even say this. Jennifer was right about Tim, the guy from Sweetie Pies. But I also want to mention she was tripping on Tim because Tim manipulates women. And Jennifer thought she was way too good for this big hip dude to be treating her the way
she like that. So do y'all agree with this?
I absolutely believe she did that stuff to his car.
You're saying she did to his car?
Yes, you have to remember that his restraining order was first. Hers was they had a restraining order against each other.
Yeah, I remember all that.
I didn't watch that show.
I mean, who can?
Y'all. Somebody said Gina Booty.
Cannot see
Grandma Booty Tim.
Right.
Somebody's car or whatever. Come on.
What you say?
I can't see Jennifer. Who can you really see Jennifer Williams?
I think that Jennifer is a very refined girl that is very vindictive and very malicious.
I mean, Tiger Woods' wife lost her mind with a golf club. You think Jennifer is above that? When a woman is hurt, I don't care where she came from.
I think Tim did that to his own car and posted it. No, I don't.
We're talking about big hip Tim.
And then Mary, that when her husband cheated on her, you remember that she went to what she did to her husband car, and they from the church, okay? They sing gospel music.
I don't think Tim was manipulating her. I think he wanted a certain kind of woman in person, but he was messing with all kind of people. And I think that Jennifer got end of it. And when a woman is ticked off, you unattractive big hip,
Yes.
Gumby wearing dude.
No.
Somebody said Denise said Jennifer's very calculated.
Yes. When she is mad. And that's what she got. I mean, if you listen to even OGs
over nobody like Tim. Jennifer,
when you get it good,
be the one you be mad at, because you like, dude, I lowered my standards to be with you.
For you. Yes, and you doing this to me. Oh yeah.
Think about it like this. Think about it like this. Did you hear OG's tapes?
I did.
You remember when OG was like, Jennifer, she let everybody know, Jennifer, you called me on the phone talking about how you gonna take her down, how you gonna testify for me, and all of that kind of stuff for me. She said, and I know how you think. That's the reason why I didn't give my lawyer your name.
Yeah, that's right.
You ain't right.
She's right.
She was jumping all on board. I'll do this for you. Girl, she want to be Evelyn friends so bad.
What Evelyn friends now, supposedly, quote unquote. You
want
to get to where you said what?
Talking about her daughter? That don't even make sense.
I ain't talking about, no, she did that when she was
mad. Somebody said, Evelyn actually Jennifer said something bad about her daughter when what she said wasn't bad about her daughter, but it was a bad look on Evelyn.
Correct.
So what is right?
Yeah.
So she wasn't really talking about her daughter. She was talking about Evelyn's not being a good mother, basically, right?
Yeah.
Her mothering. Yeah.
That's a big difference.
Yeah, I think, because she was saying that girl been taking care of herself since she was 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, she pay all the bills. Yeah, you're correct. You're correct. Mm-hmm. It was more a reflection of Evelyn than it was.
Yes, y'all. Y'all,
because it was really what's her name that called her daughter a builder
whore.
Yeah, there it is.
Can we say that? Oh, please don't edit that. Yeah,
that's why I knew Evelyn was fake, because I was like, ain't no way nobody could call my daughter that repeatedly and we be back cool. But she only got cool with her because she didn't want to be mad with Tammy and Jackie at the same time.
It didn't surprise me that they were still cool. I mean, Jackie probably doesn't mean anything to her. It's no big deal. Let's make this paycheck. I know that you're probably the scum of the earth. Jennifer's a different thing, though, in my opinion, because they were probably really at one time friends.
Yeah, they were. They were friends before that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. I just want to show this cute picture. Did anybody? This is Mikey, Eva's baby, and Kenya's daughter, Brooklyn. They're best friends.
So cute.
He's so cute. They're both very pretty kids. But did you see Eva on Wendy?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen it. It's very long. What did you think of that?
I don't even remember it.
She just she was saying, she talked about her show with Bolo and how after the stripper that happened, she ended up having to film with him like the next week for her all the Queen's Men.
I remember
the Tyler Perry new show.
Yeah.
And she
said
that
the look on her face when Wendy asked her, "What do you think about Portia's engagement?" And the way Evelyn grabbed her face, it looked just like on the reunion when Portia looked at her and said, "You want to play face?"
Yeah, she said like it was funky.
Hilarious. I do remember that part.
And I do have a clip, but it's very long, so I'm not gonna play it. But she said that something like to the fact of, even though Portia and I aren't the best of friends, I wouldn't hook up anybody with Dennis. She said she just thought that it was a funky situation, which we all think it's not the best look.
Yeah. Based on what we know too, though. I mean, because they've known a whole lot longer than any of us know.
What?
We just don't know we don't know what to believe. I don't know.
You talking about with Dennis?
Yeah. Oh, but let me see.
Oh, no.
All right. So Portia is engaged. Oh, okay. What are your thoughts? Oh.
I don't have any. I take the institution of marriage very seriously. Mm-hmm. I take commitment and reconciliation very seriously. And so I don't think much about her outside of the fact that it goes across my Instagram, but we're not friends.
Had you ever known Mike or this man? Did you know this man?
The situation's just funky.
It is. She got the tattoo.
And Listen, to be politically correct, I do not like Portia. She's not my friend. I still would never hook up anyone with Dennis either.
Basically. Right. And then she started talking about Bolo. What, her teeth? I mean, they look good, but they're kind of big. Is that the new thing to do?
Oh, boy. They look big, especially for her mouth.
Well, somebody
said.
Heavenly
do them? Do we know?
I think Heavenly. I don't know. But yeah, they were saying her
teeth look really, really good. Yeah, I don't know.
You did Kenya's teeth, and Kenya's teeth look good.
Yeah,
Funny's teeth looked good. Yeah. So I just think it's the size that you want. Sometimes people just want the big white teeth that aren't realistic looking.
I can't see myself ever getting veneers, but I've watched myself on enough videos to make me want to get
it makes a difference, don't it?
Invisalign. Yeah.
Yeah, I have the, what do you call it when you do it yourself, smile direct. I have a gap I would close, but
I do too.
Yeah,
what?
But people like my gap, so I don't know.
Okay,
I mean,
I got a gap. It drives me insane when I watch the video. When I watch our videos back, I be like, Lord, I need this.
Me too.
Yeah, you can get it. Yeah, I ordered the Smile Direct kit. I hadn't used it yet. But
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna wait.
We all do it together, and then we'll do the progression.
I'm gonna do it in the fall. I'm gonna do it in the fall, probably.
Oh, thank you. Gaps are beautiful. Thank you. Yeah,
and every woman in my a gap in the same place.
Yeah, just that. And I don't think it would be too much for us to get ours. Ours aren't that bad, so we probably won't have to wear them too long.
They say it's 6 months.
Oh, is that it? Oh, yeah, we can do that. We can show our progression together.
I think it's like $200-$300 up front and $100 a month. And if you got dental insurance, it pays for a portion of it. I got dental.
Yeah, I got dental. Well, we ain't done that already, do you? My daughter got braces. I paid her for her braces, so but she just did the.
How much are regular braces? Like $100 a month?
I don't know. My insurance paid for a lot of it. So I don't even think I paid that much for hers. So yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to do it in the fall. I didn't watch. Like I said, I've watched myself on enough videos.
I think we look beautiful, though. I'm like, we are a good-looking group of women. You know what I mean? Over 40-ish. And I'll be 41 here December. Y'all, at the 29th, I need a gift. Anyway, what else we got? Did y'all watch Nene's interview with Hollywood Unlocked? I haven't watched it yet. I posted
some of it. I watched
a couple seconds of it.
Was it anything good from it, Joy, that you just want to think we should talk about? Did she say anything?
The only thing that stood out is one of the questions that they asked was basically Jason was just like,
1900 for
how
the break.
does she feel about the show? The show is in a decline.
Okay.
She made I can't remember the analogy that she made, but it was something like she actually made a couple of them that was crazy until she got to a really good one. But basically, in so many ways, she was saying they're trying to replace like something great with something mediocre and trying to make it work. And that's the problem. I'm actually with her on that. I do think that there is, you can't have a villain as your face for a franchise.
Yeah.
You can't. They should if you're gonna have a villain, it should be a secondary. That is the decline of that show. And Nene has always said that Kenya has a place on the show. She's never, and yes, I said Kenya, she's never doesn't have a place there, but she should not be the face of that franchise because it becomes a place, it's just ugliness. It's just like Kenya this week.
It's like Destiny's Child without Beyonce.
That's what she said. That's what she said. That's what she said.
I like Destiny's Child, but I think I'm Beyonce. I want to be in the middle of all the pictures. If y'all ain't noticed, I'm not all the time.
Yeah, you told us that.
That is the analogy she used. Beyonce and without Destiny, and she used a couple of them before that. But
that was good. I feel like Kenya is tired of being the villain, and I think that's why she's the Latoya.
I don't think she does, because even today, even this week, she tweeted that about the Kyle situation. when she tweeted about Nene and Portia still haven't paid for their charity contributions. Well, you know, the lady, I can't remember her real name, but she was the original mother on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She said Kenya ain't paid her for doing that pilot that she did.
What?
All them years
Did
ago.
she came back and said that after Kenya made her post?
I don't know, but yes, I'm assuming. But you want to talk about bills you ain't paid? You ain't paid me for that.
Right.
But
somebody, you need to be on here, honey. You know all the news. That's her name.
Yeah, that's her name. But that's why I was saying Kenya likes to be the villain. There was no need for her. She had no leg in this situation. But she inserts herself in the situation and then wants to play victim. You remember Candy for her funeral? What funeral? What funeral?
Y'all actually giving that some gas too. I'm kind of surprised.
I don't know what that is. We need to figure out what that is. But yeah.
Was it a dog funeral or something?
Oh, for the baby, probably. Yeah, when her dog died, she was devastated. That's probably what it was.
Candy paid for the funeral?
What? Oh, mistakes. It was a mistake. I think she's thinking about Kim, who didn't pay Candy for nothing.
That was Kim that didn't pay her for that song. Yeah.
Oh, fundraising.
Oh, yeah. You know, Candy allegedly had a fundraiser this last season. Remember they were saying who gave what? And
you think it was her that didn't pay the 10? She said it wasn't on the show. You think she lied? Mm-hmm. Yeah, she said it wasn't her. But you never know. But y'all know I like me some Kenya. She do wrong, but she make the show good in my opinion.
Kenya is the show. Love Kenya.
She definitely not. She definitely not. Definitely the villain.
The show. Just think about it.
The villain plays a central part of any plot and any storyline that keeps it flowing.
There's an antagonist and there's a protagonist.
Yes.
I took
I agree. In every good fairy tale, there's an antagonist. They are very important to keeping it flow. But although we enjoy it, we all watch which is really popular, Cruella. We watch The Queen. Speaking of what's the name of the other one? My daughter loved that one. The story about the witch of Snow White.
Oh, I love it. Oh gosh, she's so good. She giving the M. Angelina Jolie. You talking about her?
Angelo.
Oh gosh, she's my favorite. What is it called?
I can't think of her name either.
Oh shoot, Maleficent.
Yeah, Maleficent.
Yes.
My daughter loves those.
I love Maleficent.
So I'm not saying that the villain can't be the star. Those are very successful movies, and Cruella is number one everywhere.
She's trying to be Cal's friend because she wants Cal to hook up with some hit shows or movies. She could. They all seem to have made friends with each other at this All Star. So I'm thinking there was no drama.
What movies have Cal made? What hit show?
Her show flopped. She had a show called All American about her family.
It was.
It didn't make it. I didn't watch it.
Okay.
Maybe she want to get in real estate with Mauricio. I don't know. But okay, so where we at now?
I don't know.
Was that all that
Kenya
came from that
could be
interview?
the star of multiple chains, if you ask me, of multiple states. Walk in and do a visit every other season. Kenya is in the room. Mm-hmm.
I like Kenya too, Callie. So
I mean,
I agree.
I would never say that she's not central to the show. I agree that she is, but she cannot be the face.
But she
they
is
need
the face.
to. But I thought Candy was the face. Did she know?
I definitely. Right now, it's only one housewife that they talk about every single solitary day.
Talking about Portia. I don't think Portia's the face of
I think Kenya is the face.
So yeah.
I'm not doubting that. I'm just saying that's also why I think that it's poorly rated.
Yeah, I got what you're saying.
Doubting that she's not the face.
I think Giselle is the face of Real Housewives of Potomac. Teresa's New Jersey.
When you say Giselle is the face, I agree with you. But when you say she's the face, is she also the grand dame to you? Because she is to me.
Oh, Giselle?
Yeah.
I don't think she's the grand dame.
I think first of all, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like her or love her or indifferent, I think that's also a character that she's created. Her husband is clear of that.
Yes,
every opportunity that he gets.
Who created Karen or Giselle?
Ray will not fake for Karen.
Ray lets us know every time they put a damn microphone on him that this girl is playing a character that he ain't pleased with. That he's sick of.
Mm-hmm. Ray don't play. He was like, that ain't what you said last night.
It was so funny.
God, every time
Ray went up
the
steps and she was laying in the tub. Wait a minute, right? When he went, it took about 10 minutes to get up there. Then when he get up there, she was like, I take care of my man. Ray was like, well, you have been neglectful. That was the first thing out his mouth.
He should have said, was
front for her. I love
her. Now, I'm old and we should have moved in a one-level house. Right. But you want to front for these cameras. You see how long it took me to get these stairs? We need a one-level ranch-style house, okay? And you got me going up these stairs.
Right.
I know I am not looking forward to Karen bringing no STD conversations to the show.
I hope that really ain't gonna happen. Did y'all see she told
that was a long time ago? Because Mark's birthday
was. I hope that
was in August or another, but it came back out. But I can't. Yeah, but I can't stand old Kim. So.
Oh, Kim was like, "What did she say? You
say? That's a lie. That's a lie. I think that was old though. But I think the Kim.
That was so
Denise, y'all. Stop it, Denise. We don't know.
I don't believe that. She actually never said that. I don't know where people
said she got a hot box, which I think is supposed to be hot, right? It's not supposed to be.
But a hot box was never. A hot box just meant that it's being used, not that it's burning. Yeah, I don't know where people got that.
Okay.
A hot box just means that people been using it.
Okay, that's fine.
That don't necessarily, a burning box means that.
Okay, because I was thinking it's supposed to be hot. Like nobody don't want no cool box.
Okay.
So I mean, like, come on, Karen, come with something else. Because she get mad when people talk about Ray's dried up penis. But okay, so let's see what else. I don't know.
I don't know where people got the STD stuff from.
Oh, Sheree. Well, I ain't gonna say her name, but she the one who said it. And I'm like, oh, did y'all see this?
Here. It's the hair for me.
Yeah.
Girl.
It's
Gorilla Glue. The Gorilla Glue. Yeah, that is good.
Okay. She done got some hair. I ain't mad at her.
Okay, so this right here is coming up. We like to talk about stuff that's coming up. So we talked about Erica, the 14th. Fallon's interviews the 10th, and this one I think is.
We should come up with a woman empowerment record together as women.
This is my second chance, and that's why I'm here.
Everybody is here because they have something to prove. We need hit music.
How are you supposed to have a vision for everybody if you don't have music?
I ain't trying to be the girl stealing the other girl's parts.
The time lapse is almost impossible.
So do y'all think y'all gonna watch it?
No.
Yes.
I'm gonna watch it, but I don't know if it's. Why would you try to put 9 people in a group? Girl groups can't even make it with 3 people.
Yeah, they won't all.
How you gonna make it with 9?
3 or 4. I just can't wait to see Shamara do the shoulder bounce.
I didn't watch the season when she was on Real Housewives. People
girl, that was so. Wait a minute. Now I want to see some shoulders bounce. It was
let's bounce them shoulders.
Right.
I'm definitely watching that.
It was funny. You know what, girl? I forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean that was good. I want to see that part. I want to see her. I want to
Put
see
up our little.
It's so funny. You show right.
Good.
I'm gonna put up our little thing. Everything's allegedly. Everything is not ours. It's not ours. It goes to the creator. Fair use. We don't want nobody trying to sue us. We like our coins, and we ain't trying to get y'all to steal them.
Speaking of sue, one of my favorite little groups closed that has something. I wonder, is it a lawsuit up about that?
About
it's
what?
one of them Huntsville shows.
Remember, I sent that to y'all. I said, which group is this?
It was I can't remember if I think it was the No Chaser originally. They changed the name a couple of times. Yeah, that was Shamari.
That was her.
Yeah. But I don't know what happened, but they have a temporary group up now until they can get it back. But Facebook has taken it down.
Well, you can petition the Facebook.
I heard about that. I didn't know who.
Yeah, remember I said it because I was like, I don't know this group, but it was a Huntsville one.
Yeah.
And, I hate that. I mean, that's why I always try to make sure.
What are the rumors of why were they taken down? They were making too
We
many.
don't know.
Yeah. They haven't really mentioned it, but somebody in the group had something that was taken down even before, and I'm wondering, are people reporting these groups or something?
They will report you in a minute.
And you know, Cheryl's World is getting sued. Cheryl and that guy named Jack that's on there.
They just need to
What
stop.
are they getting sued for? What are they saying?
Because they said something about one of the teen moms. I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
But they're suing them for like $75,000 and yeah.
That's crazy. So that's why we put up our stuff all the time. We are allegedly. We do have our opinions. We don't try to post anything that we're not sure about it. If we're not sure about it, we be like, we don't know what's happening, but this is what we think. Because we don't want to sway anybody any kind of way. We want everybody to have their own opinions. You don't have to agree with us. We don't care. You know what I mean? So we just want to have fun and do this. But
we just want to have fun and speak the truth for Erica Girardi's of the world. Okay?
For the what?
Erica Girardi's of the world.
Innocent.
You really do think she's innocent?
I think she didn't know, and she should not have to give up her $40,000 a month makeup line or whatever. Anyway,
she should come. Wait a minute. She should. I think that what would be fair, even if what you're saying is absolutely true. All of the money that she has made, maybe from her salary on Housewives, maybe from if she was in any plays or whatever that she's accumulated, would be fair to keep. But her husband, the money that he earned in his law firm or lawyer, whatever, should be up for grabs. I mean, I'm with you on that. I'm not saying that everything should be taken away because, like I said, I don't believe she necessarily knew the comings and goings of his financial dealings. But
somebody said she is receiving stolen goods. But
she exactly, and she's receiving. So if some guy gives you a diamond ring and it's stolen, you have to give it back.
That's what Latoya is. She in Facebook jail. They better get her out of jail. We need her to comment. She got the good comments. Okay, that's why we missed her. How long she gonna be in jail?
Has really been tripping because I had posted a video from my daughter like 2 years ago. A dance that she did. I'm telling you, it was like 2 years ago. It was with a Drake song, and they said that it was being taken down. I was like, that was 3 years ago.
That's crazy. But we got in our group. We got a ding. Somebody used the word in Facebook. Yeah, it was ho. That was all, and they told us about it and said it went against Facebook violation policies, and we got a message, and you can get your group shut down for that kind of stuff. And I'm like,
well, that people do have to either one come up with creative ways to curse, and maybe that's something that we need. We don't really have a group per se. We just gotta. We don't have a group for posting. We have more. Is ours considered a group?
Well, no, we have a group and a page, like the Reality TV Addicts group, and then we have the page. Our page hasn't been put up. So she said she had some 2016. That's crazy.
Yeah. So we need to kind of reiterate the rules that, I hate to say we can't curse, but you can't. Or you have to create a curse.
Some of those words.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I did peen for penis on one of them. Because when the game, did you see that? What happened when the game posted something and Candace said, "Oh my goodness, Jayne, whatever his name is," and this girl got in Chris Bassett's DMs trying to tell on
Yes, I
Candace.
saw that. That was funny.
And I was just like, "What?" So
Candace
some people
was
are.
like, girl.
She said, "He don't want you, girl." Okay, so do we have anything else? Because we're about done. I want to end on a little funny thing. So we know it's Pride Month. I don't know if you love is love and all that, if you agree or not, but it is Pride Month. We want to say Happy Pride Month to the people who celebrate it with this video.
I remember that episode. They didn't really show all of that, but I remember that episode.
Girl, I was
Hey, I have
laughing
1%
so
battery
hard.
left, so if I hang up, that's why. But
Mine's about to die too. So it was great. Remember, so I don't know if I had a picture, but follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. What else we got, y'all? We got to start a clubhouse, which we only got 10 followers, so follow us on there.
We did finally get in the club. I don't know.
Yeah, we finally got in it. I don't understand it. I don't even know what's gonna use it. But we got one. And I think that's it. So have a great night. Y'all wanna piece it out?
What we looking forward to? What we looking forward to this week? Nothing.
I don't know what's happening this week. All that stuff we talked about, Erica Jayne, Fallon. I don't know of any shows we really watch. Ain't nothing really on.
No.
New York is probably gonna be good, and Beverly Hills is gonna be good because they're gonna follow up on all that racial stuff. So we'll have a few things to talk about. I don't know if we're gonna come live on Wednesday. It depends on if something good's happening. If not, you'll see us Sunday at 4:00.
Yeah, I want to know why Garcelle is leaving. So maybe we can get some more information on that by Wednesday.
What?
Yeah, I heard it was a rumor she's considering it. Is she
leaving? What?
Beverly Hills.
Oh, okay. I thought you was talking about the talk. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But, all right, y'all want to say 1, 2, 3, piece it out? 1, 2, 3.
Peace.
Peace.
Oops.